Shit. Se me cayó. I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah, it's all right. Like, I only played it for a little bit, right there in his living room.
What's up, you guys? We're back. Oh, it's making.
Oh, you're right.
Welcome back to another episode of CharroBeans podcast, established in 2020. Aquí estamos con Sammy Ramírez y su servidor, Víctor.
What does that mean?
Su servidor? Like,
Yeah,
your,
su
like,
servidor.
your, like your servant? Like your...
You're a servant?
Yeah, it's like...
I've heard people say it, but I'm like, I don't know how to... I didn't want to like say it incorrectly. Like if I put it... Like, you know how you hear everybody else say it, so you want to say it? But
servidor is like when people say like, I am to please. Like, like it's
you're
like
a pleaser?
No.
You're a pleaser, sir?
It's just a saying now.
Okay.
Like, it's just like su servidor, like it's saying like my humbleness. Like,
because I feel like I've heard
humble.
that a lot with people, mariachis, and in general. I guess it's like a manners thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, su servidor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What if you can't serve, though? Like, what if you're not a good server? You just know you're shitty.
Like I said, like in today's time, it just means that que eres humilde, que eres modesto.
Que eres humilde.
Yeah.
You're a humble servant. That makes sense. Tu humilde servidor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say that too.
Because I
say
feel
that,
like un servidor makes it sound like you're fucking like
a waiter.
like your highness, you know?
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, it's something like that.
Shit, my lord Farquaad.
Saying you're like, estás aquí para, si quieren una agüita, unos tacos, aquí estoy.
Un Huawei's.
No. No.
No, pues, bueno, aquí estamos tus servidores. Is that
Sus servidores.
Chingado. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't fucking use them right. Point is, we're servants and we're here to serve, right?
Sí.
Humbly.
Sí.
Humilde. Todo humilde. Welcome back to
Bro,
CharroBeans podcast.
why you told me my hair was like this?
Wait, así llegaste bien cut today.
Fuck, I hate this shit. Like, I can't fix it. It's...
You need to put product in there.
I have
That's
to
what it
fix it. No, I have to comb it when I get out of the shower. So now I will this happens.
Dude, it's pretty puffy today.
See what?
You look like a Jonas Brother right now. Sorry, not for the kids. The kids don't know that. Jonas Brother was a band. Oh, they started a band, actually. ¿Tú no los conoces?
I thought they were more actors now, no?
I don't know. I just know that
I thought they broke up.
They're brothers. You can't break up brothers.
Like the band.
Oh. No, they came back.
For real?
Yeah,
oh.
pasar más dinero.
They were like Los Bookies?
Yeah, they went on a tour and shit, and now they're back to... Well, yeah, it makes money, you know?
Did Turnpike ever come back?
Yes, I just went to their show.
Like
a couple months ago. Like a month ago.
Okay.
I thought you watched my stories, bro.
Well, no me acuerdo de todo, güey. No,
Turnpike got back.
The main thing I remember is one of them was like a super drug addict.
Yeah. He had to go to rehab.
That's what they broke up?
He's much better now.
See?
Yeah.
Like he was at the concert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he fixed his whole life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Still sober and whatnot. You see, things can prevail.
That's always a good story to hear. I feel.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got there. This is a Mariachi podcast. So welcome back to episode 180. Oh, we hit a new Ciento, Ochenta, right? I always get excited about that. And I don't know if I told you this on here too. I always have to Google to make sure that I'm writing the episode right.
Mm-hmm.
Like 177.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm putting the accent in the right place.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to write it wrong.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to be like, look at this dumbass. That guy's not a servidor. He's dumb. Like, he's a dumb servant, you know? So I have to make sure it's right. So now I have to look up, Google, how do you write 180 in Spanish? Enter. And just to get it right. Yeah. Because I know it's 180, but it's like, I think I've told you, but like, I speak Spanish with like my parents and everything like that. But they be making up words. Yeah. So like, I don't know how proper my Spanish really is. Until like I talked to someone who's like Mexicano, like grew up in Mexico. When I talked to them, I realized like I feel like half my words are either made up or they're not said. It's like said correctly. I still think I'm better than an Osabo kid for sure, though. I just went to Mexico with like some of my friends that are Hispanic, but they don't speak speak like a lick of Spanish, like to save their life, or they speak it just enough to get by, you know. But like I notice, and if I'm the most Mexican in your whole group, we have a problem, like you know, because I'm doing my best, you know. But like these guys, no sé qué chingados.
No, I don't think anybody like speaks it like properly.
Yeah,
unless you like study the language.
Or you grew up in Mexico.
No, because I think even in Mexico you never heard like if you put someone from like Sinaloa and you put someone from Yucatan together.
True.
Like no se van a entender. Because they have like queso mayate.
It's a bug.
Specifically. Because in some places it's a beetle. And in other places it's like a derogatory term. Right? Or like
but like you said, it depends on the part of Mexico.
That's what I'm saying, because nothing is
like, set in stone.
And it's not like people
proper.
Like people have bigger worries, I feel. You know?
Well, like that's what I'm saying.
In today's time, I think not even I think Mexico has like a lot of slang from English, because they have a lot of like they will say like okay. Like okay, it's not a Spanish thing.
It's not?
No, it's a ¿cómo se llama aquí? Estados Unidos thing. American thing.
It's an okay?
Okay, yeah.
Well, así como like if you're talking to somebody and you're like, okay, estamos bien.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
You know?
I just said.
So like, you know?
I guess.
So no te agüites, way. Like we're all in this together. Just.
Until you get roasted.
Yeah.
Because this thing is it's a very judgmental space on the internet. So like, I know for sure. Like I had trouble
in the van. If you fuck up, like we're not gonna forgive you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and you should be thankful, really, because we're making you better, bro.
True.
We're giving you trauma para que te acuerdes.
Well, that's the thing too, though. I feel like I'm not that bad.
I'm kidding, bro.
Okay, I'm just saying because like
you're making it seem like we're the worst. You're supposed to be like, no, you guys are
no. No. Point is, I have to look up Ciento Ochenta just to make sure it's written correctly, and then before anything, just so till we get it right, because it's gonna be written down. It's gonna be Ciento Ochenta, whatever episode title, CharroBeans a Mariachi podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of things happened this week.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be like a catch-up episode. I almost wrote that because it's not a freestyle episode. Like I think like I have enough to where I want to talk about and stuff like that. Like, and it's relating to mariachi. It's not necessarily a charro topic, but more like a catch-up episode of like what happened. It's like what's it called? A wrap-up episode, maybe. You know, like of what happened this past week. And that's why I didn't put like an actual title, or not a title, a charro topic of the day. It was more just to kind of catch you guys up with what happened. Because, yeah, I mean, this was my spring break. I told you right before going into the spring break that I'd be doing a couple of things, and I did them. So now it's like I'd like to talk about them because I think it was pretty cool. And then also you have stuff to talk about since you were the boss.
Yo no, yo andaba de su servidor. Yo andaba
humbly.
Sí.
Nah, but yeah, like we went our separate ways this week, and Victor stayed back. I'd take you with me if I could, bro. I would have put you in la maleta, nomás que ya no regresas.
That's called nothing.
Oh, you fit in my carry-on. No, you don't. You're too fucking tall. Si vienes de mi perrito, güey. Look in a crate.
So what happened? What happened on Thursday was that Sammy wasn't coming because he was andaba de gira, right?
Yeah, international too.
Yeah,
yeah.
And apparently, our boss Arturo Ramirez, donde quiera que estés, he went to do something, right? Something like church related.
I forgot what he said he was gonna do.
Point is, he didn't show up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "You're in charge." I'm like, "I'm not in charge," right? Now I think I was telling him like, "I'm gonna miss like a week because you guys are always missing. I'm always here." I'm like, "I'm gonna go on vacation. A ver cómo le hacen ustedes."
I think at this point you have accumulated a good amount of PTO. Like
honestly, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's time off, but it's not paid. Like that's the thing that you guys don't realize too. Like I get all this time off, but I'm also like making $0. So like that kind of sucks because like then I have to go to my spreadsheet, write 0. So I'm like, fuck.
Whatever, bro. You're on salary. You
No,
know,
but the difference is too, like, people think, that's the other thing I told my wife, was like, just because you have time off, it doesn't matter. Like, as soon as you leave the house, you're spending money. Like, nothing in this life is free. Like, as soon as you leave your house, gas, down.
Yeah.
And gas is like fucking high as fuck right now. So it's like negative balance already, just leaving the house.
Yeah.
Llegas a un pinche quick trip, like te compras una ice cream, a Diet Coke. I don't know why I would get those two things. It's like canceling. Una pizza, güey. Down $20 already.
Yeah.
Allí. And then, tú que no estás casado, you know, you go on a small little date, down $400 or whatever.
What the fuck?
I don't know what we're doing, but apparently it costs $400.
No manches.
It's because whatever you do now times it by 3. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah, nado casado. Y eso que no tenemos chiquillos, güey. Ya valió madre. Because I think I've told Dara, like, if we have a kid, wait, it's gonna end up like asking me for a toy, and I'm like, I want that toy too. Chingatelo, güey. Y otro. Like, I'm gonna buy the toy for me, realistically.
Yeah, it's for him, but you're like, let me open it.
Yeah.
You're like playing with it.
I know he's gonna get tired after a week, so I'm like, give me that shit. I'm just gonna put it on my wall. El punto is that, like, yeah, like, everything is a spend money type of thing. So like this right now, like, I went out of the country, minus 500, minus 600, minus whatever. I'm just like, damn, shit's not free anymore, bro. You can't even that's the thing too. Si eres millonario, way, like, oh, pues chingón. It's like real time off. Like, you can do all this cool stuff. But like, and you got like M's in your bank account, so you're good to go. But if you don't, like, I just got back and I looked at my bank account. I was like, this is probably not good financially. But
ahí andas.
But yeah, exactly. That's something my credit card needs to worry about, not me.
Yeah.
You know. Wait, I guess I do still worry about it. You're right. But that being said, so yeah, like, I did see your story too, where I think you were, if you don't have Victor on Instagram, was it on your close friends? Now that I think about it. When you were like texting Arturo.
Oh yeah, that was my close friends.
My bad. Well, you could talk. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because it was like one of those videos where like someone texts you something and you write out what you would be sending, and it's just like. Like it's just.
I forgot what I was saying. I think I was saying like chinga tu madre, no?
Yeah,
and then I would delete it.
You were telling Arturo like, hey, he was like, all right, well, like, good luck tonight or whatever, and then you were just like, nah, chinga tu madre, wait. This is like delete. Like, ya no voy a ir, delete.
Yeah.
It's like, que se chinguen todos. Like, it was
Págame más, no mames.
Sí, págame más. Oh no, the one you said was like, me voy a quedar con el grupo la verga. And you're just like, okay, bro. I was watching that. I was like, damn, bro. Good luck, bro. I que te vaya muy bien. Yeah.
No, es que I took the test, right? I'm a filler personality when it comes to like teamwork. So
You're
like whatever
what personality?
a filler.
Filler?
So whatever job is needed.
Oh, you
like,
fill it.
I
Okay,
fill it.
you're a filler. Yeah, that makes sense.
But leadership is my least favorite because everybody is like, go on, said. I'm like,
so you took one of those that like it tells you like your personality.
It was actually
Okay.
for like
Job interview.
Oh, they were like, we had the interview and as a. Like the next day, he was like, I forgot to send you this. Like, fill this out when you can. That shit took like 45 minutes because it's like whatever you feel like you are. You're adding up numbers and shit. And I sent it to him. But I also like memorized the numbers so I can look them up.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to know what I was. And it was like...
A filler.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like a handyman. Is that what it's called?
A handyman, yeah. It's just like a jack of all trades. Someone who can do pretty much anything that you need him to do. Yeah.
And yeah, I hate the leadership ones because I was supposed to get there earlier to work the sound system, and I got there a little late.
Did you take the van? Or
no, Don Luis brought it.
Okay, so you just had to set up the system and put it all together.
Yeah, I mean, when I got there, the guys kind of had the idea too, so like it was like halfway done.
Okay.
And then at the end, I just got like the check. Yeah. Because I had to talk to the manager. And I was like, queda el asunto del pago, you know?
That's funny. You're just standing there like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to ask for money.
I'm just there with like an invoice, bro. I look like a fucking Lego. I'm just like, you know? And then it's just funny because it's like, sign here. And I'm like, it says like Arturo Ramirez. And I'm like, Victor Estrada, you know?
You could have just forged it. Just like Roberto Estrada. Like close enough. Yeah. Damn. So how did it feel to be was like, yeah, this is like I think it's funny that you mentioned that. Like, I think if I were to fill that out, I don't know if I would get leadership. So I always think mine is always like forced leadership.
Yeah.
I'm always like, is that one forced leadership?
Well, mine says she's that like whatever needs to be filled, like I'll do it.
Because mine is always like, people assume because I'm the older, more responsible one that I'm going to take leadership. And since I'm dumb enough to be like, yeah, so I guess because y'all are all too incompetent, I guess I have to do it. Yeah. So like I ended up being the leader.
Yeah.
I don't want to be I want to be the chill one. I was just like, let's just see how it goes, bro.
That's what I told him. I was like, I told Arturo, because he texted me too, saying like, te encargo el changarro. Yeah. And I was like, wait, I'm not a leader. I'm a follower. Like, yo soy Augusto, like, you know, like I'm a bass player. Yeah. Above all. And then say, if no one's helping with the system, like I'll do it. If no one's gonna like pass out cards, I'll do it. Like whatever se necesita, like I'll do it. Because to me, it's just easy to have one task and it's like accomplish it. When you're quote unquote in charge, you're kind of like, I had to put a timer because I'm not used to keeping up. Like we're supposed to play hour and a half. Oh yeah. De la planta. Right. And then I forgot, and I asked Luis like, we started at 50, right? And he's like, yeah. It was like 45, you know, like, and so I'm like playing, right? I'm like, oh shit, like, ¿cuánto tiempo queda? You know, it's like ya son 3 horas, todos cansados, like
everybody's all tired. They're like, sir, can we have a break? Like, you'll have your break.
El rey dije, la quieren en re.
Did I was gonna say, did he get any other trumpet player, or was it just
no? It's just on mic, and that too. Like I forgot. I mean, I kind of told him like I don't speak trumpet, you know, because I kept being like, no, it's because I kept telling him like we're gonna do Guadalajara, pero en sol. Okay. And he was like, yeah, because the singer wanted it like lower. Oh, okay. And because we played in A, right? Yeah. And so I told him like tocamos en sol. But sol for him is A, you know? Oh, so he kept playing it like igual like normal, and I had to go up to him and be like, un tono abajo. And then he was like, he looked at me like, sure, she said that, bro, you know?
Dumbass.
Yeah. And so that was like a hassle because I had to be like really like, esta canción en re.
Like concert F, or concert D,
whatever they play. I just know they're step higher, a whole step higher. Yeah. So I had to be like el rey, and I was like re, you know. Like, yeah. And so yeah, I don't like that shit. Yeah. Bottom line.
Well, it's because you kind of had to tell everybody what to do essentially. Yeah. Yeah, and. I mean,
and then people are not used to it either because I'll ask someone like, so what do you feel like singing? And they're just like,
they're like, what did you like to know, Weather Boy?
Like I'm just trying.
You get no respect.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I'm just like, what do you guys feel like playing? You know, and they're just like, I'm like,
just the shoulder.
There's nothing I hate more than like someone that's like, I don't know, you know, and like,
that's what I was gonna say.
Like, I don't know. Like if someone asks you, like it just makes it more efficient. Like, can you do el rey? Sí, dale.
Yeah, right.
It's not like can you do el rey? And they're like, I can. Like, that doesn't
mean I should.
Yeah.
You know?
And like the whole point is just to keep it moving. You know.
Doesn't mean I should. And you're like, so can't. Will you do it? No.
I'm like, after 30 minutes, it turns into a dictatorship, bro. It's like, boss. Yeah. You know, like, I'm not asking.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, when you got to see what kind of boss you're going to be. It's like, you're the chill boss ever. It's like, you can see it if you want to, bro. You know? Yeah. And then you realize that doesn't work. So you're just like.
Arturo can be chill because he can do it.
No, right.
If you see someone that's like, I don't know, I mean, he's like, shut up, I'll do it, you know? Yeah. I don't have that choice. I can be like, see, no. I'm like, can you do it? Oh, I have to think about the key. And I'm like, tú, ching su madre, you know? Like, and yeah, I'm just gonna miss the next time.
You gonna take PTO?
Yeah.
Well, sorry, it's not PTO.
It's just PT. No, it's just TO. Time off.
Yeah. I was like, PT, physical therapy.
Yeah. I'm like, wait. It's just time off, bro. I'm like, usted sale como quiera. I'm like.
We're just gonna get there. Like, where's Victor? I don't know, bro. He just put in a request last night. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm like chilling in like Lake Worth in my little like tanning bed. And I'm just like con mi Capri Sun. I'm like this is way better. You know?
And I'd be like, bro, come back. We don't have a bass player. That te larpa, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, kid, you know, we'll figure it out. You know, on the next time. No, but yeah, that was I guess that was really your first time. Because
fuck you guys.
Usually it is me. Like when he doesn't go, he just especially since I learned how to put on the system, and now I figured out how to do it too. So like now, it's funny because Arturo's like, "Oh, you did it once." I was like, "So you got it every time, right?" So
that too. He had like all. It was Valina's fault too because he was like, "You guys know how to like put the system." And I was like, "Sammy knows how to do that, but you weren't coming."
Yeah.
And Valina's was like, "No, I can do it." I was like, "All right." And then we struggled a little bit, you know, like
to put it together,
yeah.
Or is it the sound part of it? Like,
yeah, everything. It was just kind of like
it was multiple parts.
Yeah, that's why I think I got there. I think we started like at 7:50,
which
you know, because it took a little bit of.
It's not too bad. I mean, we've also started at that time. Yeah, con todos, so it's it happens.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Arturo, Sammy.
Wait, what did I do?
No fuiste, güey.
I was like, I wasn't even driving.
De puro coraje, güey.
Yeah. No, pues, I'm sorry. You know, I had to do. I'm sorry I had to do that to you.
I'm like, next time, bro, vas a desaparecer como 2 semanas. I was like,
actually not coming this week.
I know you're not. You're not coming in for like 2 months. Are you happy now? ¿Sabes qué, güey?
I have Regent. I'm a director.
I'm like, that's the kids, bro. Tú no haces nada, güey.
That's so true. It's like, yeah, like, do they really need me? Like, no. They're gonna learn the songs at Regent. Like, ¿para qué me quieren? You know? That's what I'm gonna tell the superintendent, bro.
They get lunch, right?
Yeah, they get lunch. I don't even have to feed them. Actually, no, they don't. I have to give them lunch.
Oh, bro?
On Saturday.
You used to give us lunch.
No, I use it as an opportunity for me to go buy them something, and then they can eat together. So they can have camaraderie.
Where'd you go, Sammy?
Huh?
On Thursday, where'd you go?
On Thursday? On Thursday, I was in Guadalajara. Actually, I was coming back from Guadalajara.
Oh, right. So you left on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. We recorded the pod on that Monday.
Yeah.
Right? So going into Tuesday, I had to record the pod on Monday. We recorded it that night. I edited it that night. I uploaded it that night so that way I was ready to go by Tuesday. I released it when I was technically in Guadalajara already. Okay. I actually ended up doing it when I was in the hotel, en la noche. But yeah, like I told you guys, I had a little bit of a trek. What is that? That's not right. I had a journey. I made a musical journey. It was a research trip. Mariachi, Guadalajara. Put it together, bro.
I don't know, man.
Like it was for me like an opportunity. Well, one, I didn't plan to go there in the beginning. Like it just happened to line up with spring break. I got that vihuela from Jorge Arandia. That was the original plan of why I was gonna go there. So he lives in a little town called Ajijic, and it's in Jalisco, right? Yeah, I forget that Guadalajara is in Jalisco sometimes, and so is this little town. It's right by Lake Chapala, which is a big ass lake. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty big according to everybody there. They said that it was like the biggest lake in Mexico or something.
Oh,
like
yeah?
That. Do you know that?
No. Isn't that like home of the axolotl?
Is it?
Isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't look up everything. I just went. Yeah. I can say that I've been there. Okay. So I thought that was cool. But he basically makes them there at his house. And like it's funny because we just got talked about recently. Someone sent a thing that Jorge Arandia is kind of like the new luthier that for like this generation. You know what I'm saying? And I think I started seeing his stuff like a couple years ago. Like more recently where like people were getting his instruments and using them, and like it was really low key in the beginning, but then like I just started seeing more people like using them, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like and I think I'd like to say like you can kind of see like the quality of an instrument when you see it like, you know, in pictures, but it's another thing to like finally get it and like actually see the construction or like actually play one. And from all the ones that I had seen like online, like I was like just interested, you know?
Yeah. And the guitars sound pretty good too.
Yeah, like everything just looked pretty good, and I could just tell the craftsmanship was pretty good. And So if you don't know who Jorge is, he's actually a Colombian. He's a Colombian guy. He said he lived down there. I think he pretty much grew up there and everything. And he said that he worked as a mariachi when he was over there.
Cool.
I got to meet him. I got to talk to him. And he said that they moved recently to Guadalajara a couple months ago, like maybe like 4 to 6 months ago or something.
Oh, yeah?
Like that. Yeah, but then they moved to Ajijic. Like just recently.
Okay.
Just recently they went over there. It's a lot quieter. And it is. Like, because I flew into Guadalajara that Tuesday, and the plan was that Tuesday get there and then get an Uber, since Uber just operates in Mexico now. Because like I've only gotten Ubers ever here, and then also I did get an Uber one time in Juarez when I went to the immigration appointment when I was over there, and that was the only way we got around, like Uber, because they had said it was safe. So I was like, oh, I bet. So when I was in Guadalajara, I was like, the plan was to get an Uber and drive down to Ajijic, which was like 45-minute drive, and go pick it up, like literally. Because he had told me, he's like, I can ship it or you can come pick it up. But I was like, I don't know if you've been seeing like the stuff about like shipping from Mexico, but I've heard like horror stories lately of like people sending stuff and they get there broken. Or the other part of that is like, immigration like opens it like to check it out, and they don't care what it is, like they'll fucking just break it, like. And I didn't want that to happen. And the other part of me was like, it was like my conscience or whatever, like it was just telling me like, you never been to Guadalajara, bro. How are you a real mariachi?
Oh, so you're using this as an excuse?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was more like you can go get your Guadalajara and you can go get your vihuela, and you can visit a part of Mexico that you teach as a teacher, but you've never even been there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right, conscious Sammy. You should go do this cool thing. I think my sister was the other one that kind of like made me do that. Because I think I told her, like, I'm interested in going. And my sister's really blunt. She's like, you should go. And I was like, ah, chingo.
That sounds like her.
Yeah. She's like, you should go. Like, why not? Like, if you can, why don't you just go? You should. Because that's how she is.
She was like that. You got persuaded, bro.
So I was just like, you're right. Like she kind of psyched it up. So I was like, you're right. I'll do it, you know? Because you look at opportunities like that. Like they're not opportunities you get that often in life. Like I'm 31 and that was my first time ever.
Damn.
Like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, like I'm 31 and I've never had the chance to go over there. And like, I specifically remember I've showed like my kids, do you ever watch that? The Spirit of Mexico? It was like this, it's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube too, but it's like a documentary. It's where all those videos are like Vargas and Camperos in the stage on Teatro de Gollado.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I bet you if I showed them to you, there's one of like they're playing Sabor a mí. There's another one of them playing Cascabel, and it's like Pato playing on stage. I'll show you. I know you know what I'm talking about. But I showed it to my students maybe like a year ago or 2 years ago. I remember I did it as one of these things like to get them to like, learn outside of just puras cancioncitas that we play. Right. And like now I want to watch that documentary again because it literally talks about Jalisco. It goes to Lake Chapala. It talks about traditional, the stuff that Dr. G tells us, like traditional mariachi, or like old mariachi, and like the kind of music that's in Mexico and stuff. And like looking back, like it's cool because I saw all those things on video, but I had never seen them in real life. So that was kind of like the other thing that was pulling me, like, yeah, just book the trip. Fuck it. Don't just do it. And I would have taken my wife, but one, I didn't want to take her. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, what? No. She had to work, obviously, and she's taking a lot of time off. So I told her, like, this would be a trip where I kind of go on my own. And that's the one thing, too. Like, it is a little scary. Like, I think I told you, it was like, ya valiste madre, güey. Like, it's like, you're going by yourself, bro? I was like,
sí, güey.
Persinas, güey. Yeah.
Ponte pilas, güey, te van a robar.
What did you send me?
I was like, te van a encuerar or something.
No, I sent you a snap like me in the Uber. And then you're like, no mames, güey, te van a robar. You should have dressed more humilde.
Oh, yeah.
All I had was my little chain out. That's all I had.
Che, like, camisa de algodón, güey, like cotton shirt.
It was like the Lacoste. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm wearing like polo or like the one with the little alligator or Michael Kors. I don't know. All that like buchon shit.
Yeah.
It's like, te van a robar, güey. But no. Like, yeah, that's another reason why I wore my CharroBeans shirt, because it was like, well, I talked about on this podcast before, like about Guadalajara and Mariachi, And it's like, that was my opportunity to, like, in a way, I felt like I was representing. Like, I wore both of them. I don't know if you saw. I wore the green one and I wore the black one. And I went to all the places with them.
Cool.
Yeah. See,
good job, Sammy.
Fucking representing. But that was cool, man. Like I said, I went to go get this vihuela. I hit up Jorge. It was a little trippy though, actually, because I got there and the address he gave me, he sent me his location, and the Uber, like, we drove all the way to Ajijic, and we got there, and it was already getting kind of like close to nighttime ish, because I kind of left a little late. Y ya cuando llegué, the Uber was like pulling up. He's like pulling up, and he's like, "Está marcando que aquí," and it's like a literal like patch of dirt.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, he's like, "Es por aquí." I'm like, "I don't know, sir." So he was like, "Es por aquí." I'm like, honestly, this is my first time. Like, let me just look. Look like a total tourist. So I was just like, let me look. It's like, and I looked, and the location said it was like you have to walk that way. So I was like, I guess you could just leave me here, and I'll just figure it out. And he was like, okay, you know. So I just walked out, and then I just started walking, and then I ended up like on this road, and I was just kind of looking around. Because keep in mind too, like I don't have like his number. He called me through WhatsApp. He called me through WhatsApp. I didn't have his
number through WhatsApp, no?
Huh?
You need his number through WhatsApp, no?
Well, what I'm saying is he called me through there. Like, I didn't have anything to call him. So like I was just messaging at first, and since he had called me through WhatsApp, I don't use WhatsApp for calling. Is that like a thing? Yeah. I don't know. Well, I've only ever used it for message. Yeah. So when I started getting a call and it said like through WhatsApp, I was like, you can do this. I was like, and then so I called him, and like he wasn't answering. So then I was like, fuck, wait, what's the word? Me estafaron?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm just like in the middle of Mexico in this random little town. I'm by myself. Apparently I look like a, not humilde. I was like, I'm about to get robbed. All I'm holding is this empty vihuela case, like with all the hope and esperanza in the world. So I was just like, he wasn't answering. Like I called him like 3 times, and it would just go like, the phone rings in Mexico, like scary. It's like, me. That one scares me. I don't know why. It makes me think I'm in some hood rat shit.
In danger.
In danger, yeah. So I'm just walking around this little, like, these not dirt paths, but like cement and pebble roads.
Gravel?
And I'm just, no. It's like, we have a lot in my part of Mexico, but it's like they were rocks and then they put cement over them. Like they're like big rocks. So it's kind of, I was going to say like the stockyards, but those are bricks. No, that's not right. But it's bumpy. Like they're rock roads, but with cement. Okay. I don't know how to describe that. And so I'm just walking around, and I'm looking around, and I see like a dentist's office or a doctor's office. I see people's houses. There was one carpintero. Like there was a guy like with woods, and they were like cutting woods. I was like, is it here? And I was about to give up, bro. I was like, nah, man, a robar a la verga. And I was like really hungry and thirsty because like I was trying to get there as fast as possible. It was like Man versus Wild way. I was walking around like, is this the end, bro?
The survival skills of a potato, bro. No mames. How you gonna let the fucking Uber just leave like that way?
Boss, I mean, it's because he had done his job. Like,
just be like, pues, dale un poquito más enfrente, güey. Like, ¿qué te cuesta? Es el paro, güey.
Yeah, no, he was like, te doy 100 pesos, güey. Just drive around until I'm not scared anymore.
God damn, man.
So I'm just like walking around. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, he didn't scam me, right? Like, he was a nice guy, And but it turns out he calls me, and I'm just like walking around like with my phone in my hand, and he said, "Oh no, he didn't call me. Sorry, I was calling and he wasn't answering." And then I just hear someone whistle. I just hear like that Mexican whistle, like, yeah. And I would turn around. And I just,
La Llorona,
güey. No, he was just calling me. He was like, "Yeah, fuck up." And I was like, "Oh shit, sir, thank you." Yeah. And it was funny too because he has really long hair, and he had it like not in a ponytail. He usually has it in a ponytail. So at first I thought it was like a rockero guy or something, but he was holding a vihuela. So I was like, "Oh, it's him." But like I was kind of far, so like it's kind of like skedaddled over there. Yeah. And then he let me in, and he just like into his living room. So I just like walked in. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, sir?" And hola Sammy, ¿cómo estás? And like I was like, pues aquí está la vihuela. He already had it on the couch. It's funny, it felt like a Facebook Marketplace deal. He's like, well, here she is, like tell me what you think. Yeah. Like, if anything, I should have started like negotiating, like, oh no, pues I'll give you $50, bro. Like, like, I came all the way out here. Like, hasta Guadalajara. Imagine, like, make it fall through like a Facebook deal.
¿Te dio posada? Like, were you like?
What does that mean? It's like when he gives you a party, right?
No, like he gave you like posada. O sea, like, do you stay at his place?
No,
like,
I didn't stay.
You spend the night? Oh,
no,
okay.
no. We're not on that level, bro.
Because I mean, you were there already, like at night.
No era la noche todavía. It was so I think. That's one thing about Mexico. They don't do daylight savings anymore. So like everything's an hour behind. So like right now it's 8:47 over there. So it's 7:47 over there.
Okay.
So I think it was already like 7:00, but the sun was still out.
Okay.
So he let me go into the house and he got me a water. And then we just talked. We started I was telling him that like I've seen a lot of people using vihuelas. I told him that I knew like Pepe and I had seen like Nathan. He has a guitarrón. He had gone to guitar. Told him about Ismael and this other guy named Abel in San Antonio. And he remembers all of them because he's. I think they were the first ones that I saw that were using like his instruments like on this side. And hasta Marabunta. Marabunta has one of his vihuelas too. And I was like, oh, okay. And he showed, he also showed me Raúl Castillo's vihuela. There's some that he has in Arandia that he uses a lot in a lot of his videos.
Oh, okay.
And he showed it to me because he said he's getting it fixed. And he was like, oh, check it out. So it was like super light. I was like, damn, this doesn't weigh anything. And then I started doing his solo. I was like,
yeah.
No, but yeah, he just kind of showed me there. But he was really nice. Like we just talked about vihuelas and instruments for a while and stuff. And it didn't seem like that kind of deal where he was just like, all right, bro, can you leave? Like, and we did the transaction. I paid him. And then after we were done, I told him, well, like, this is my first time in this part of the world. I was like, so do you have any recommendations of like what to do in your little town before like I leave? Like, is there something I can do real quick? I told him I know that everybody talks about, the lake and stuff. Like, so it's funny because he just looked over at his wife. He's like, you want to take him somewhere?
What the fuck?
Yeah, like literally she was just as like, si quieres, we'll just take you down there to the lake. I was like, me? I was like, it's like, yeah, like we got into his car and they drove me down to the lake. And I got to see all that like at sunset. It was pretty much like at sunset coming down. And they were like, yeah, you could do this, you could do that. But they just kind of showed me around for a little bit. And I was like, you didn't need to do all this, bro. Like, you would think I was going to put like a Facebook review or something, Yeah. But he was just being really nice. And I was like, that's really cool of him because he didn't owe me anything, if anything, I owed him, the vihuela.
Wow, tan siquiera.
No, but yeah, he just dropped me off there, and then after that, I told him I was gonna get an Uber, and I think I just stuck around and ate. It was another one of those touristy towns, though. I was telling you, I was telling you that a lot of people there go to retire.
Oh.
So a lot of retirees actually live there. So when I went there, like again, like there was a lot of Mexicans, and I'm just looking around. But there also be like the güeros of güeros, the most güero people in the world, like walking around. You could tell they were like German or like European, just in a different, and they're just walking around like with their little hats.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was just because they go there to retire. Apparently, it's like one of these like little small towns that was in Mexico. Si te rinde el dinero, like if you're bringing in dollars or like a foreign exchange. Currency.
Okay.
Si te rinde, so a lot of people end up retiring in Mexico for that reason. Well, yeah, like so then I just had to get an Uber and I Ubered back to my hotel. That was my first night in Guadalajara. It was trippy because I've never been to this part, and it was also it was very hilly. Like there was a lot of hills.
Yeah.
And from far away, like it really reminded me of like California in a way. Have you been? Oh, you never been to California. But
yeah.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, we went over there. Yeah, so, like, when you'd be driving on the freeway, and you could just see, like, houses, like, on hills. And you could just see, like, far away other hills with more houses. So, at night, you would just see, like, from far away, todas las luces que nomás alusaban, like, the whole skyline and everything. I was like, damn, this place is pretty big,
Yeah, because the thing you said you're more used to being, like, in a more rural area.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? So, this is your first time going to, like, a city.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything like that. Like, uno bien humilde, like our town is very small, like, and I always describe it to people as like, pues allá no hay tele, but now they do have TVs, but it's very like very small, very very small. Like It's literally called like a refuge, el refugio. It's like it was always a small town. So here, like coming to this big old city with an airport and Ubers and cars driving around and stuff, like it was trippy to see, And that was my first night. And then since I said like I got the vihuela now, like I'm good. Now I know that I can bring it back to America in my hands at least, And the other part was like now visiting like Guadalajara, the state or the city.
Right.
And Dr. G, our teacher, our mariachi teacher from when we were kids, used to teach about Guadalajara and Jalisco and how that's where we learned that Jalisco is like the birthplace of mariachi and how, a lot of the musicians that we grew up listening to and stuff like that, like got their influence or their start in Guadalajara, in Cocula and ¿cómo se llama? Just in different parts of Jalisco. It was cool seeing también like signs on the freeways like of the songs that we play, like the peak.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take a picture, but I couldn't get it fast enough.
Okay.
But yeah, like in La Negra, like El Rebozo de Seda que lo traje de Tepic, and then like Colima, pues Camino Real de Colima. Yeah. So like seeing those signs, you're like, damn, like I guess they weren't kidding. Like this is real. This is a real place, And then like just when you're looking at on the maps, like you see like places that you have played about. Like that was the trippy part too. Like Tlaquepaque is another part there in Guadalajara too. That it's like this cool little town that I got to visit, and I had played a potpourri back in college called Viva Tlaquepaque, and I was like, "What is this talking about?" And now I know. It was like this little tiny town that they have over there, and I looked it up on TikTok, and it's like, what to do in Tlaquepaque,
It's like the AI voice.
Yeah. It's just like it's very different, right? It's touristy. But speaking of Dr. G, like I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, Dr. G, like I've never been to Guadalajara. It's my first time going out there. Do you have any suggestions?" Bro, he wrote it out like he asked ChatGPT, but bro is ChatGPT. Yeah. Like, he's just knowledgeable. So I showed you, and it was like a whole itinerary that he wrote for me. Yeah. He was like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and if you have time, you need to do this.
Yeah.
So like that was essentially my itinerary. That's what I did. I went to the zona histórica, like the central historic. It's like the downtown. I saw the catedral. I saw the fountains and everything. I have showed a couple movies to my students and stuff too. So all these images are like playing in my head when I'm there. The Teatro de Gollado is another one. I was walking around and I was like, dang, I used to watch these videos like when I was a kid, like watching Vargas and Cobre and all these mariachis playing out there. Yeah. So that was cool. And the other part he told me to check out was like La Plaza. Oh, I think it says Plazuela de los Mariachis, which is like a little plaza, their little avenue, like a little alley that essentially houses a lot of mariachis. They come out to play and stuff like that. And at the very end, there's a statue of Silvestre.
Like Garibaldi? Is that what it's called?
No, that's
another place?
No, that's something else.
Oh, okay.
I think that's in Mexico City, no?
I don't know.
I just heard what's his name talk about it, Don Luis. But I don't think it's
I guess it is.
Yeah, it's not what you're talking about. This is literally like a little alley that is essentially, I think it says on there, it was commemorated like as a place for mariachis to come out and stuff and like play and stuff like that. And there's like a whole plaque for it. I think and that's why they have that bust of Silvestre Vargas at the very end, and it's just kind of like a commemoration to the city and the historic birthplace of mariachi. But that was cool. It was funny though, because I was telling the Uber driver about it. I was like, hey, yeah, like I want to. It's my first time, and it's like I'm gonna go visit like this little alley, the Plaza de los Mariachis, and he was like, oh, that's cool. No vayas allí. Like it's the first thing he told me. Yeah. Like no vayas allí, and I was like, why? Like, no, es que pues ahí puro like vagos, like muchas cosas ahí que pasan.
Los mariachis.
Yeah. But he was just saying like, no, you shouldn't go there. And I was like. Pero ahorita es en el día. Like, yo creo que
he's like, nah. No. Like,
he was like, you'll be okay. I think. I hope.
You sound like a good kid.
Yeah. And he's like, how old are you? I'm like, 31. He's like, damn. Yeah.
It's like, no vas a poder correr, güey. No mames.
Sí, güey. Yeah. So I was just like, no, I'm just going to check it out real quick. I'm just going to take a couple pics.
Estaban encuerados, güey. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Nah, dude. I was expecting though, like, to see mariachis there, but it's like I was telling you, like, I had free will, so like I was there on a Wednesday, in the middle of March, and it wasn't like in the daytime. Yeah. So like that's the other thing I was thinking. It's like I literally just came out like on a random ass day. So like I would think that maybe like on the weekends, pues igual que nosotros, like we go and we play like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So no habían muchos, I went to the mercado. Dr. G suggested to go to the mercado. There's just a bunch of stuff there, bunch of food, and that was the first time I heard. I was walking, dude, and it felt like I was on a quest to find mariachis. Yeah. So I was just walking. I was just going through the Plaza de Mariachis. No había nada, and I'm just walking, and then I hear like da 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 da, and I was like, I fucking whipped around, and it was a trumpet, and I was like, follow the music, bro. So I just like mis patitas, way.
Can you hear the music?
Yeah, exactly. Can you hear it? And I showed up at the mercado, and they had like little mariachis playing there. It was like a little 4-piece group. It was a guitarrón, a vihuela, one violin, and one trumpet. Eran cuatro. And then it was funny because this is the middle of a Wednesday and stuff. And while I was there was also on the other side of the mercado another mariachi. But this is where I started thinking like, well, like I'm watching mariachi in Guadalajara, right? Like the stories that you hear of like, oh, these mariachis like tan chingones, you can take. And I'm not to like put these down or anything. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But it's like the quality of mariachi is different like everywhere you go. Like,
right.
You know how we talked about here, like people say like, what's the best mariachis that's out here? And we'll say like a couple that we know that they rehearse and stuff like that. Hay otros que también nomás chambean. You can tell they put the group together like that weekend. And it's just like a collection of musicians to make some money, essentially.
Yeah.
And over there, I'm expecting like, oh, someone in Guadalajara will play some mariachi. But in that little 4-piece group that was playing, on the other side of the mercado, this other mariachi, they were having mariachi instruments, pero no eran mariachis, if that makes sense. Like that one had, they were wearing like norteño hats, like just the tejanas, or like your cowboy hat, or like a straw hat. One was playing a vihuela. One was playing a guitarrón. They had another vihuela, and then they had a violin.
Okay.
And they were just playing like little cancioncillas. But if you were to look at them, no se miraban como charros. Like they were just musicians.
Right.
And they were playing mariachi music, right? Like I think they played Me Sacaron del Tenampa. And that's where I told you right now. I was like, it's funny though, because like you could tell that they don't practice. Like they weren't, this is the other group too. Like, you could tell that they don't practice. You could tell this is their job. And they go out there because, well, one, it makes money. Están taloneando. They're going around, and I think every song was 180 pesos.
Okay.
I believe. So, imagínate, güey, pues te cantas una canción, and you're already making a pretty good amount. You sing through 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I mean, te sale pretty good, like, from what I heard, how much people make in Mexico, like, as far as, like, on their workday. Mm-hmm. So, ellos vienen a chambear because, like, así se las hace bien, like, to work as a musician and just going around playing cancioncitas and stuff. But the quality of mariachi that you're thinking, like, especially here, like, you everything's in tune, or you try to put things together and que tengan los adornos.
Right.
Over there was in those two little groups, like, they didn't exist. Like, I was telling you, like, the vihuela wasn't changing chords when they were supposed to. Like, the lyrics and everything was there, but, like, you could tell, like, basic fundamentals weren't there.
No.
And that's where I started thinking, like, it's not that one is better than the other. I'm not saying that United States' mariachi is better. That's not really that. It's just, like, the quality of no matter where you go, mariachi or the mariachi music that's being played, it all depends on essentially the person and the group. Like, so even there in that situation, when they're out there playing, like, they're playing because pues ellos nomás están chambeando. Maybe, I don't know if they have time to rehearse or anything like that.
Well, I think it also depends on, like, the amount of resources. Like, yeah, I think as exactly. You say, like, yeah, in Oaxaca you expect to find, maybe if it is a 4-piece, that everybody's solid as,
yeah,
to sound, like, really good. But there's, just like the U.S. too, like, they have areas where, like, some areas are, like, I think it's called underdeserved. No,
underdeveloped.
Yeah, basically there's, like, maybe that high school doesn't have like a music program.
No.
You know, maybe no mariachi or something. So like it's just people that, yeah, like you said, like they find a way to make money, but they don't have like the resources to like progress with it, right? And it's just kind of in there. It's when you hear charros that you talk to them, they're like, I don't know music theory. I just know like este es un tono, este es otro tono, and I know that my ear tells me this is how they go together.
Right.
You know, and it's very different compared to someone that's like, oh well, my mom got me piano classes, and then I fell in love with violin, and then like I saw a mariachi, or like in middle school there was a mariachi program I joined, and now I'm in Sol de Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what also kind of shows like it's like what you're trying to say, right? Like there's in every place there's gonna be places where like there's a wide range of what someone can do, and sometimes some people are just working with what they have, and they're doing their best, and they're like you said, they're working and they're echándole ganas. Like they're not at any point trying to like estafarte, you know. You ask for a song, and they're like, a ver cómo nos va, you know. Like se persinan, and they're like, okay, hope you liked it. You want another one, you know. And they're like, their hope is like, yeah, you're gonna ask for more. Like I think for them it's perfect if someone keeps them all night playing. Yeah. You know, like if you ask for like 5 hours worth, they're like chingon, you know. I don't gotta work tomorrow.
It's because that's what I was thinking the entire time. I was like, someone can very easily take a video of these guys and say these guys just suck. Yeah. Because like that's like your model brain talking. Like these guys suck, not even playing the right notes, las pisadas a la chingada or whatever, and you could just criticize it. But then I have to think also like I can pretty much guarantee that these guys don't know how to read music. Like they might just be maybe they can, but from my indication and what they were playing, I'm like, I don't think they've had formal training. No, and it's not bad. It's like you said, like they picked up an instrument. Este es el primer tono. Este es el segundo. I can hear from the voice que aquí cambia, you know. But they don't. If you tell them qué canción es, or not qué canción, sorry, what acorde is this, they might not know its proper name or what even accord is. They just know pues es la pisada. Yeah. I remember my uncles, the first thing they taught me is like, no, pues es la pisada de re, y esta es la segunda de re, y esta es la tercera de re. Esta es un sol, you know, but and there was no sol siete, so you know, maybe there was a sol menor, you know, but it was like G minor 6 does not exist. Like we don't have that fancy of chords, you know. Yeah. So when I'm like sitting there and I'm watching these mariachis, I'm just like, pues están chambeando, güey. Igual que nosotros, you know. Yeah. The musicianship is obviously different, you know, but at the same time, I'm thinking like they might not know how to read music, but this is the way that, and this is a Wednesday, right? A Wednesday in the middle of Mercado. And they're just playing, like, I told you, they played, like, Herradero. And I asked for Son de la Negra. And I was like, but can I play with you guys? And they were like, yeah. Only thing is that the vihuela player, she was a lady. And she didn't know how to play Son de la Negra. Mm-hmm. And he's like, and the guitarron's like, yo también no me la sé. No me la sé en vihuela. Because I'm actually a vihuela player. I was like, oh, well, if you want, I'll play bass. And they're like, oh, pues sí, vamos a hacerlo. Yeah. And that's where I told you, I showed you the video, and it's like, you could just tell that the trumpet player hasn't played this probably in a while, even the violin, and they were like essentially fighting to keep up with the time that they set. Yeah. But I think it's because they don't play it that often. So a lot of people, I mean, even being in Guadalajara, how many people are going to ask that? Maybe not the majority of them. Because I told you, ni acá se salvan del mariachi loco, wey. Like that, they played that a couple times while I was there. Oh, yeah. You know, so it's like, the rep doesn't essentially change. Like people are still asking for the same stuff, you know? So when I played that song, I played it on bass with them right there in the middle of the Mercado. And at the end, they were like, pues, ¿dónde tocas? And I'm like, no, pues en el Vargas, you know? Bien humilde. It's funny. No, I was just like, no. I trabajo con un mariachi allá en Texas, se llama Mariachi Allende. So there you go. Arturo giving you promo. I was like, con los mariachis de México, bro.
Delante de Arturo que...
like, oh, I know that guy. Yeah. Toma, cabrón. Nah, but yeah, I just played it in the little mercado, right? And it was funny because, like I said, there was another mariachi that wasn't dressed like a mariachi. They were just dressed like in their work clothes, which that's how mariachi started, which is funny. Yeah. They just look like they were in their work clothes, but they're playing like two vihuelas and whatever. They're just watching us. Probably had beef after that. Yeah. Like, oh shit, they got a new recruit. He fucking sucks. And then as I was walking around, like I said, that was like the first mariachis that I seen in this whole time. But just walking around was obviously in Mexico. I'm like, damn, like it's a completely different feeling to be in Guadalajara and like essentially playing like the music that came from here, you know. But it was pretty surreal, like just walking around and knowing that like this is a place that I've kind of taught about, but I've never actually been. So I thought that was cool. Plus, because I came for an instrument that like I started to play like only in middle school. And so for half of my life, I didn't play this, you know. Yeah. And all of a sudden now, like I'm here. And then the other part of that, after I finished looking at all the historical things and walking around, another one of my goals was always, or like, I guess you could say it was like a little bit of a dream, you know. Like I'd have in 2012 when I called Victor Morales, like for my vihuela, my first vihuela. I called him personally, like. With the number that's in the etiqueta, I remember I was just like, I guess I'll call it, you know. And I called him and I told him like, I want a green vihuela. I want it to be this color. I want it with this design and whatever. And I think it took him like 9 months, like a baby, bro. Like literally, it was like a baby. It took him 9 months to make it, and they shipped it from Guadalajara all the way to my house. I still remember that day, like a big ass 18-wheeler type truck pulled up in my front yard, and like you know how like the delivery workers, like they walk out with like a big box. Yeah. You see them walking over.
Fucking fridge.
But they didn't bring a box. It was just the vihuela. Like they shipped just the vihuela in the case. And I don't even remember if it had bubble wrap. It might have just been like saran wrap over it. So like, just like, it was funny seeing this big ass freaking delivery truck. He looks like una vihuelita, way. He just leaves it on the porch. But yeah, like, so if you look at the inside of a Roberto Morales instrument, like it has their address on there. And what's trippy is you put that into the Google Apple Maps the Google Apple Maps. If you put that into your maps, your Apple Maps, like on your phone, it takes you there. Like, which I started thinking, I was like, this is kind of weird, bro. You just give me your address. Like, if I want to know where to find you, I just look at my vihuela, like, but just show up. Yeah, and that's what I did. Like, I got an Uber, and
you didn't even tell him you were coming, or you just showed up?
I just showed up.
Damn, bro.
Manners, right?
He's over here like, I said, no, abuela. He's like, like just some random dude. And
he's like, can I help you? I'm busy.
Actually, at this point, he'd probably be like, eres músico, right? It's like, sí. Like, pásale, you know? Like,
it was funny. It's exactly what happened, bro. Because, like, it's funny because, okay, so, like, I wanted to visit the Roberto Morales shop, right? Yeah. I've always wanted to do it.
Is it a shop or is it his house?
It's his house.
Fuck, bro.
It's his house. I showed it to I had to take off my shoes. Yeah. No, just kidding. I had to take off my shoes. No, but it was trippy because like I've seen other people do it on Facebook, like where they've gone, you know.
That's what I got. He's probably like used to it.
Yeah. So I did have a thought, like maybe it's just like a little shop, you know, like, you know, but it's not. Like it's his house. It's their house. It's the Morales household, you know. So it's in the middle of Guadalajara. It was like a 20-minute, no, like less than 20-minute Uber ride. Like it takes you to the east side of town, right? And the Uber pulled up, and también the Uber's like, ¿Dónde es? ¿Es aquí? And I was like, I don't know, sir. You know? I don't know where we are. It's like, it's because yo también, I've never been here, you know? And she's just like looking around the Uber. She was like, okay, well, and I was like, ¿Qué número es? And I'm just like looking around, and I was like, oh, there it is, because I had seen like a picture on Google Maps or whatever. Yeah. So I got out, and I like just walked up to the front door, which thinking now, I was like, maybe I should have told him I was coming, you know, because I knocked on the door and there was no answer. Yeah. So then I was like, damn, I feel like an idiot. Like I came all the way to Guadalajara to visit this dude's house, and like they're at a quinceañera or something. You know?
No, Victor, güey, te gana gusto, güey, like en sus chones. He heard the knock. He's like, man, ya la verga. He's like putting on his pants. Like,
just like watching a chavo or something. Yeah. It's like, who the hell is here on a Wednesday afternoon? You know, chingándose una torta. You know? Yeah. No, but I just knocked on the front door and nobody answered. So I was like, fuck, what do I do? You know, I was like, do I knock again? Like, what happens? But I saw like this little timbre. Like, it wasn't, with doorbells usually like right next to the door, but this one was like by the garage. And I didn't know if it was a timbre. It just looked like a switch. I was like, am I just going to turn a light on? Like, so I knocked on it and there was no answer. But then I clicked the doorbell and then like someone opened the door and I didn't recognize them because obviously I'm showing up to someone's house. Yeah. But as soon as they opened it, I also saw, I've seen before, but they have frames and pictures as soon as you walked in. I've seen it. And those frames have like all these mariachis that I'm assuming, according to him, over the years, they would just give them like posters and stuff like that, and they had like pictures and stuff too of like Roberto Morales, who's the dad that was original. He's the one that was started making those instruments. Yeah. Pictures of him and other mariachis like El Vargas and Nuevo and Femenil Nuevo Tecalitlan, and I saw those as soon as they opened, and then he's like, "Buenos días, ¿qué pasó?" And I was like,
"¿Qué quieres, cabrón?"
Yeah. I was like, I felt stupid too because I was like. Again, I'm just like this stupid Texan kid. So I was just like, is this the shop that Roberto Morales? No. I was just like, aquí es el taller de Roberto Morales, los instrumentos. He's like, sí. And I was like, and then like I basically had to give him the whole podcast. I was like, sir.
I have a podcast.
No. I was like, hola, soy Samuel, vengo de Texas y es un sueño para mí.
Lo quiero mucho.
Yeah, I just didn't know what to say. So I was just like, siempre he querido venir aquí.
Pinche pedo que le sacaste, güey, because yo la vengo de Texas, like, fuck, no haven't made the vihuela, bro. He's like,
I was like, sí, tengo pedido 5 vihuelas,
Y se me olvidó, güey, ni la he hecho.
We haven't even cut the wood, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's having a breakdown, and you're like, vamos, Samuel.
So I just told him, like, it was funny, too, because I was barely getting into it. I was like, yeah, I just always wanted to come here. I wanted to see if I could visit. Bro, before I could even finish it, he's like, come in. He's like, just get in here, bro. That's where I was like, I feel like this happens a lot. Maybe not for me, but he just walked me over. And he took me like straight to the back. Yeah, the first person I saw was Victor. Okay. He was there talking to this other guy and another guy that were there, and both of them. I talked to them for a little bit, but they're from Guadalajara, and they play with mariachis there, like in or whatever. And he was there because he was like he was asking about his vihuela that they're currently constructing or whatever. And so I walked in, and I was just like, "Oh, like buenos días," or "Buenas tardes." I think it was already. So Victor was there, like, buenas tardes, Victor. And again, I was just like, back in 2012.
No,
I told you I didn't know what to say. So I was just like, yeah, like back in 2012, like, I called you personally.
Wait, tantas vihuelas que hace, güey. Ni se va a acordar. He's probably like, he's like that, you're like that guy that's like, ustedes tocaron mi boda en el 2018. Like, you know how little dinero se da?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I was like, one of the 2,400,000 billion vihuelas you made me my first one. That's what I told him. I was like, because I told him, era una verde. He's like, sí. He's probably thinking like, bro, I made so many green vihuelas. Yeah. I was like, no. Like, I told him I called him back in 2012. I talked to him about it. And since then, like, I've had like almost 60 of your vihuelas. And he was like, oh, pues.
He's
like, I've been keeping the lights on, bro. Like, it's all been coming from me. Like,
No mames, güey, con razón it takes like 2 years to get a vihuela because nobody leaves him alone. He's trying to work and he's like, te ven a ver. I'm like, ¿qué pasó? He's like, hola, señor, es mi sueño. He's like he's always like talking to someone for like 5 hours. Mm-hmm. And he's like, ahora a trabajar. And it's already like sundown. He's like, yo voy a dormir, no mames.
Y luego llega otro vato.
Yeah.
Siempre ha sido mi sueño. Yeah. Fuck. I just made my trip lame, bro.
No. No, I think it's very cool.
No, so you're right, though, because like I had told him, like, you guys still working or what? And he's like, no, pues ahorita ya, we like finished for the day. So like this guy was coming in to like ask about his vihuela that they're currently constructing, and it was cool. You got to see some vihuelas that like are being constructed right now, or they're like getting restored. He says he gets a lot of work like for them to restore them. But yeah, like it's I had already seen like pictures of it or like videos of it, but like being in there, I was like, damn, dude, like it's literally just like this little room, like It's essentially like my living room going to the kitchen. Like it's that small, and then just pieces of wood everywhere. Like, and I think someone had sent me a comment on Instagram, and it was like, it's crazy that like all these little tiny scraps of wood are what eventually turned into like the instruments that people like just kill themselves over, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like it's funny because like every question I said sounded like a stupid question looking back. So like, because I was just so interested, I was just like looking around and like they were talking and I would talk and stuff.
You're like, ¿qué es esto? It's like resistol, you know?
No, like that's how it was because I looked up and I saw like a bunch of wood, and I was like,
"Es madera."
Literally, bro, because I was just like, ¿y todas esas piezas? ¿O en qué se hacen? Okay, he's like, no, pues ahí sacamos las vihuelas. You know? Ahí salen los guitarrones.
Victor's like, you fucking idiot, bro.
Yeah, bro. I told you, like, nothing that I said sounded, like, in my head, it sounded like revolutionary, you know? And me asking it was, like, a different question. It was just like, yeah, so this is where we sit, you know?
¿Y esta silla para qué?
Y estas pinturas, no, pues son para pintar las vihuelas, you know? Y another one, too, I was like, because I had seen, like, the concha. It's real concha, like, that they, you know, cut into pieces and they place them on your vihuela to get that shine, you know? It's real concha. So I told them, like, over there I saw that, you know, it's concha. It's like, see, this is real, you know? So you guys use, like, real concha. He's like, see? But he was just so nice, bro. Like, you know, he's just an old man. He was telling me, he was like, you know, because I've been at this like 50 years now. Like, I was like, damn, man, it's been a while then, you know? And he was telling me, like, yeah, like that little stool is donde empezó mi papá. It was like this little random stool. And he's like, that's where he would sit and, like, you know, cortar pedazos and, like, just do stuff. Yeah. And he showed me the other room that's like, aquí es donde so, like, there's a video on YouTube if you look it up. And it's like Roberto Morales in this tiny little room. And he was, like, constructing a guitarra.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's the one where Vargas plays at the end. He told me, in ese cuarto, which is right next to where the shop is now, that's where his dad started. Like, it's this tiny little room, bro. Like, tinier than this room, actually. Yeah, I think it's tinier than this room. And that's where he started making the guitarrones. Eventually, like, it got bigger, so they went out to that room. So that room where Vargas is playing, where, you know, where, like, it was just his family and they're all sitting, like, in chairs. And then Vargas is playing, like, at the end of that little room. That room is the shop now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you watch that video, like, that's when it was like new, se puede decir. Like now, like it's just like sawdust and pieces of wood and like figuras de vihuelas like everywhere and stuff. But like that's the room.
I think even those instruments that they were making were for Vargas when they got there, no? Because
Mm-hmm.
I think the harp, like he was like tuning it. And
and it said Mariachi Vargas on it. Yeah. So he was telling me about that because I told him like, entonces aquí es donde tocó. He's like, sí. And I'm telling you, like, everything just sounds stupid the way I say it. So it's just like, no, pues that's cool. Because they had that same picture at the front of their little living room. They had that picture of them playing. They had like different pictures of that day and other like things that happened like there because of them. Again, Roberto Morales had been making instruments since like the 60s, you know, and since then, like I told him, no, pues los del barrio siempre usado nuestros instrumentos and stuff. And he said that the whole time, like the vihuelas that Pato would make were like coming from his shop and stuff like that. Same thing with like con Nati and Enrique. They all have used his instruments like since they started playing in Vargas and stuff. So, and same thing with the Los Arpas all. I mean, they made them there. So it was cool again because like I feel like after buying so many instruments, like I told him like I've seen a lot of your instruments. I own 6 of them now. I think I told him, and out of those 60, like those ones that I kept, and that's what he said. No, pues lo bueno que ya rebajaste algo. Lo que dijo. But he was just a nice guy, you know. And then right before I left, like I was. Because I also didn't want to linger. Like, I could have been there all day, bro. I would have been like, ¿y cómo se hacen las vihuelas? You know? I would just be like, ponme a trabajar. Like, ¿qué quieres que haga? He's like, a ver, pinta esa vihuela. I'm like, nah, I don't want to anymore. Seems like too much work. But no, I was just like, I wanted to keep talking too, but as like, I didn't want to take up his time. Like, he's an older guy. And I was like, no, pues ya, lo deja de molestar un rato. And he's like, please, bro. But I just told him like, pues muchas gracias, and we took a picture together. And after that, it was funny too because I was walking out, and he was just like, "So how are you leaving?" Like, I was like, "Vas a agarrar un Uber?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "This is my first time in Guadalajara." He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Well, camínale para allá al otro lado. Allá hay muchos más carros because it's a little too quiet here." I guess he said. He's like, "Si quieres vete más para allá." I think he was just looking out for me.
He's like, "Get out of my sight, bro."
Yeah. He was like, "Si quieres, camínale para allá y vas a mirar muchos más carros and stuff like that." I was like, "Oh, okay, bueno pues." And yeah, he just sent me on my way. Oh, right before I left, I told him, "Can I have one of those etiquetas? I'll buy it from you, sir." And I just, if you could sign it.
You said, I think you sent me that a snap of like the sticker because it said Victor Manuel.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, we have the same name.
Mm-hmm.
And you just fucking decked me. You were like, yeah, you're not special, bro. I was like, what the fuck? All right.
Yeah. Chill. It's because his name is Victor Manuel Morales. Yeah. So yeah, you're not special, bro. Sorry. But yeah, he was very chill. And again, like that was something that I always wanted to do, and I got the opportunity to do. So
you're taking a vihuela, bro.
Huh?
You should have just taken a vihuela.
Well, that's the thing. Like
te compraste ahorita.
Oh, like from there? No, there was only like 2 there. But like I said, one was being reconstructed, and another one, I don't know what he was doing to it. Like, no estaban completas. That's what a lot of people sent me messages like that. They were like, "Wait, te has comprado una vihuela? Like, you could have taken it and shit." I was like,
it's like a kid's like, "Please don't buy my vihuela, bro." Like, you're the third person to like take it.
Yeah, because that's what I've heard. People would just go over there and just buy like the vihuelas that were being constructed. And like, poor kid never got their vihuela. I was legit scared. I was like, "Fuck, dude, ahorita they're making mine." And they're like, "No, es que se la vendí aquí a un camarada." No, pues te hablo en un año. And I'm like, "Oh shit."
He's like, "No, it's está chida, güey." Like,
yeah. But no, he was chill, and like I said, it was something cool that I got to do. And I told him, a ver si otro día, if I ever go to Guadalajara, I'd like to go back and just say what's up again. But it was pretty cool.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. And that's all I did. I think after that, I hit up Casa Mariachi, which is Mariachi, which is like where they were saying there, actually, they were like, "En abril vamos a tener el Mariachi no Tecalitlán aquí." Because I've seen like videos of like Vargas playing there in Sol, and they bring out all these mariachis out there, and that's why I was like, "Oh, pues a ver quién llega," you know. It was like this group from there. You know what was funny too? I told you like all of this was happening on a random ass Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like here, sitting here at this Casa Mariachi. It's at 4:30 in the afternoon because that's the only time that I could really go. I wasn't gonna go later. And there was a mariachi playing there. And I'm like a total loner because I went by myself on this trip, and I'm watching this mariachi way, and they play good and everything. I got there a little late because I think they only played like, but when I got there, they played like Veracruz Tres, and they played maybe like 3 more songs, and after that, like that was their set, like it was over. And I think it's because they only played like an hour, and after that it was puro talón.
Oh, okay. Right? So they stayed there to play.
Yeah, they stayed there to play, and I thought it was kind of cool because they kind of do what we do, where like when we do talón, like they walk around the mesas, but it's still connected to the sonido.
Yeah.
So like it looks like they're playing at your table, which they are, but they're still connected to the system, so it still sounds loud.
Yeah.
But it was a big group, bro. Like I counted them, and I think it was like 15 of them.
Okay.
Porque tenían like a full armonía with like 3 guitars, and then like an arpa, a guitarrón, 2 trumpets, and like the 6 violins. Like, so it was a full ass group.
Okay.
So then it was funny though, because like when I was there, like I already felt like a total loner, right? Because I was just like sitting there watching them, right?
Yeah.
And then they did the talón. They started walking like table to table. So like the first thing was like, if they asked me to ask for songs, like ya tenía mi repertorio listo, güey. Like I already had it ready. I was like, they probably don't even get rep like that, right? So I'm gonna ask them for like rep, a ver qué pedo, you know. A ver si pueden estos pinches mariachis de Guadalajara, güey. And first thing that they went to was this table in front of me. And this table in front of me had it was like a guy and a girl and like her family. So like we're just sitting there and they're like playing, and I forgot what song it was. It might have been like Si Nos Dejan or something. So like I'm in the background. I'm just eating mi tapiqueña, güey. I was eating like a tapiqueña. I was eating the steak. I was like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just eating, and then like they start like Hermoso Cariño or something. And I look over because they're like cheering and shit. And this fool proposed right there.
Oh, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So he was proposing to his girl right there at Casa Mariachi. And like it was funny though, because I want to see the video, bro. Because in the video, there was nobody around them
except for you.
Except for my loner ass eating my steak. So like it was funny because like I was just enjoying my day, you know, like so like throughout the whole thing they were playing like all these love songs to them. So imagínate, they're over here like all lovey-dovey. He got him like this big ass bouquet of flowers, and then like there's me in the background just like I'm just like sitting there like
I was gonna say that.
Like literally chilling, bro. I'm just watching them. I was like, cutting my steak, you know. And the whole time I'm just looking at them like I see everybody recording, and the girls are like, you know, they have their flash on, and like, I know in that video all you can see is me like scarfing down the steak, while the mariachi's playing all beautiful and stuff. So like, someone needs to look for that video because I know it's on TikTok. It's like aquí con mi honey, you know, like proposing to me or whatever. And it's just me like. Y muy tan pequeño, güey. Sí, güey. So it was hilarious, bro.
That's funny,
So the whole time I'm just eating like my steak or whatever, and like I said, I'm just waiting because I was like, aquí quiero los mariachis like to come ask me. 3 mariachis walked by me, but they didn't ask me.
Oh, bro.
They just were like they just gave me the head nod.
Yeah.
Because next to all those other tables, there were like tables with big families, like with like. Tenían como 8 personas, 10 people at their table and stuff. And every time they passed me, they didn't ask me. They just acknowledged me. They're like, and then they would just keep walking. I took that as a insult because I was like, yo aquí todo listo, güey, para darles todo mi chivo, güey. Like, yo estaba listo. Like, I was gonna be like Arturo, güey, put the whole water cans like, damn cabrones, acábenselo, you know. But like, they didn't ask me, bro.
You should have been like, yeah, I want a song.
No. I wanted to be asked because it felt okay. The first time I'm like, oh, okay, like they probably think, you know, pues es que está comiendo, you know.
Yeah.
Second time they're like, oh, pues, you know, ya acabó, so está dejando reposar, you know. The third time, bro, strike 3, you're out, bro. Like at that point, you could have been like, my good sir, you know, una cancioncita. But they never asked me. But I was ready.
Like, pinche pobre, una tan pequeña, güey.
Yeah. No puedes agarrar el filet mignon, you know. No, güey. Es que
los chilaquiles, chinga madre.
Sí, güey. No, it's just, it wasn't. I wanted to. I estaba listo with my rep, bro. I was just like, ya las tenía listas just to kind of see like if they would play like something that maybe we would get asked over here.
Sería curioso. What were you gonna ask for?
I wanted Bandido de Amores.
A la verga. No, pinche mariachazo, güey, no.
Yeah, like I just wanted to see if like they could play it. And it was that one or Cantador.
Okay.
I wanted to hear because I really like that song.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one? And I wanted to hear like an old son. So like I think like you should know old sones as a mariachi, like los arrieros or las olas or el cuatro. Like I was just gonna say like que se quieran echar, just like que se sepan, you know. Una que se sepan.
El relámpago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it wasn't to test them. Oh, it was low key to test them, but it's also because like I'm in Guadalajara, you know, and they're like they were very well rehearsed. You could tell, like, tocaban bien. Like,
I might know who it is.
Huh?
I might know who it is.
I don't know who they were.
Look up a picture.
Maybe. But they were very rehearsed. Like, you could tell that they practiced. And, like, hasta tenían, like, they had a count-in and everything. Like, like you could tell who the director was. He's like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then they would start and shit. But the whole time I'm thinking, like, okay, pues if they know rep, then let me just see what I can throw at them and see if they can... A ver si salen con eso, you know? Because that's the thing, bro. It's like I was telling you, like, nadie se escapa de the fact that a lot of Mexicans do not know rep like that, you know? And at this little proposal, they played Si Nos Dejan, they played Hermoso Cariño. At the other table they went to, they played México Lindo y Querido. They played Mariachi Loco, of course. And they played one more. Might have been Ay Jalisco No Te Rajes or something like that.
Okay.
But they didn't play, like, anything out of the ordinary. So that tells me that it doesn't matter what part of Mexico or even in Texas you get, people are always going to ask for essentially the same stuff.
Yeah, there's always like a common rep for everybody.
Exactly. So like I wanted to throw something in the hat that was just a little bit different just to kind of see like how they would react. Like, you know, para ponerlos nerviosos, como dice el Arturo, you know. It's just to see, you know, like what they could pull out with, you know. And that's why I was also going to be like, okay, if they don't know the ones that I'm asking for, if they could just play like something else that I could come up with, then maybe it's a little bit more on the normal side, you know, and just to see what they can play. But they didn't ask me, so I was kind of low key offended, low key sad. I just wanted to hear a song, you know.
Yeah. No,
But I guess me miraron de pobre o
sí,
de este pinche rockero, you know.
No, I guess it was güero, ¿verdad?
Yeah, that was a little funny. But other than that, like I said, like the after that, I visited Tlaquepaque and I visited that, and I got an Uber back.
Was it this?
Hang on, I can't see that far. I'm trying to find the main guy. I don't remember a guy being bald, so no. What's the name of the group?
Fuck.
No.
International License?
No.
Okay.
That was another one.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like that's what I got to do in Guadalajara. And speaking of playing with another group, like I left Guadalajara to Houston because I had a trip planned out to already go for my friend's bachelor party in Sayulita, Nayarit. I had to fly into Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So like I told you, like I was just going like a star pattern. Like I went from Fort Worth to Guadalajara, Guadalajara to Houston, Houston to Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Vallarta to Sayulita. And that's where I played with another little group like that. And what I was telling you about that group was, again, like one of those groups that you can tell like they work as like a means to make money.
Yeah, because son taloneros.
Son taloneros, you know. One of the one violinist that had a blue violin, like it was baby blue.
Okay.
And they had a vihuela, and my bros are all from a fraternity, so they're all drunk. And then they saw mariachi. They're like, Sammy plays mariachi, bro. You gotta play the little guitar, dude. Do it. So I was like, all right.
Bien humilde.
Yeah. So then like they asked for La Negra, and we played La Negra with them. I played La Negra with them. It's funny because like they had it. I played vihuela, so the vihuela player got to like hang out for a little bit. And it was funny because while I was playing La Negra, like he was just sitting on the floor eating Doritos. You know, just like Negrita. You know, just
like the crunch.
Yeah, he was just chilling eating his Doritos. And like I said, like they also asked, like, oh, pues donde tocas? I'm like, no, pues en Texas. He's just like, oh, that's cool. And I took a picture with them. But yeah, like their trajes weren't the best. Like their whole getup was the way that they sang, like their way of keeping tempo and understanding. I'm also thinking like these guys probably can't read music, you know, but it doesn't mean anything. It just means that they're literally on the edge of Mexico in Nayarit, and they're probably using this as a way to make money. It's a very touristy town, you know, from what I saw going there with my friends, and that's where I saw that. And like there was another guy that was playing on a guitar that only had like 4 strings on it. No. And then the other part of me is like thinking like, well, he might either not even know how to like replace these strings or because why else would he be playing like that? Because the guitar was out of tune. The words were like, it just wasn't what you think. But like that's what I'm saying. Like there's different levels all over in Mexico. There's different levels all over our in the United States too. So it's like those mariachis are always going to be up or down depending on quality. It just kind of depends.
You know? Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a huge adventure. I got back to Houston like at 7 p.m., got a rental, and I drove all the way back to Fort Worth. I got here like at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I figured we're doing this podcast on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I figured we wouldn't want to do it on Monday.
Dude, I fell asleep yesterday. For like 5 hours last night. Like I got home after school because I had to clock in the next morning, basically. Yeah. I got home, and I think I texted you. He was like, can we do it tomorrow? And after that, I think I took like the fattest nap of my life. I was just super tired after traveling and doing all that stuff. But the good thing is we're good. And again, and it was an eye-opening trip. It was fun. And I got to do something that I always wanted to do. So that was cool.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you enjoyed your trip. You're now chambeando. All down here.
Yeah. But I mean, you have fun, right?
I was being like, the mariachis that you were paying, I was making ends meet, bro. I'm like, please, like, another song.
Que salga otra, por favor. Yeah. Well, it reminds me, did y'all do talon really at Thursday or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, just okay, cool. At least he salió algo. Sí. Bet. Did you ask the one guy that at least is sitting by himself if they wanted a song? Como el Sammy?
Yeah.
Bueno, pues. Let's just chat real quick. So you guys get out of here. We gotta go quick. This person says, any chord or rhythm changes you love I love key change in. Oh, I love the key change in copetonas.
I like the chord progressions and transitions from I forgot the name. Milena Morita? No. Ba 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 da 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 da
Pam 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 pam.
Yeah. ¿Cómo se llama?
Yo tenía linda morenita, right?
Que tenía un caballo.
No. Tenía un caballo, yeah. Linda Morena, is that what it's called?
No sé, no me acuerdo.
I don't remember either. Ahorita va a salir when it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a good song. I
like the chord progressions.
Yeah.
The arrangement is pretty nice.
Yeah. The one we play, like it's chill. Yeah, it's good. It's a good question. What song has good where I just like the chords? This is what he's saying, right?
Yeah. ¿Por qué te vas? By Javier Solís has really cool arrangements and chord progressions.
You know what song for some reason feels really cool to play? I don't know why. I just really like that song. But Loco from Alejandro Fernandez.
Oh, yeah.
I just like how it sounds. I think it's because it's also like in the key of B flat. And I've always, since I really like the key of E also, but E flat, it's also like a close second. Like I like how E flat sounds. So like in general, I like that también a lot of the chord changes happen like all the time. Like it's consistently changing.
Yeah.
So I've always really liked that. It's harder on my hands, right? Manitas, yeah. But I've always liked Loco by Alejandro.
That's cool.
Like playing along. It's cool. Loco. It just, I like how the way it builds. So I've always liked that song. Yeah. Aranda Vihuela, worth it over a Morales? Question mark. I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna have to tell you, like I have it right here because I was showing it to Victor. But cool little Vihuela. And I like the color. Good. Yeah, like it just. If you want to check, it's still very new, still very white. And I think with some time, I'm gonna give it some time to like really settle in. But I'm gonna put on my preferred strings. I'm gonna take it to work and see what's up. If it's for sale next week, was because I didn't like it.
Damn.
You know? But no, I'm gonna give it some time. I mean, I literally traveled to Guadalajara to pick this thing up, so I feel like I kind of got to give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, at least a year.
Yeah, like just to. I mean, that's why I bought it. I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see what it was like, and if it becomes one of my preferred vihuelas, then I'll keep it. You know, that's always been my intention. But I think right now I even wanted to keep it just for the story. I mean, I literally went to another country to pick this up. You know. So it feels a little weird to be like, all right, 1,500. You know, like what I spent just to go get it is you know, just worth it for me right now. Okay, but I will let you know promptly. Okay. This person says Mariachi Loco is underrated.
Who the fuck is this?
Blocked. No, it's not. I need you to reevaluate your life, man. I'm sorry. That's not cool. Stop. Break time. Birria or barbacoa?
Barbacoa, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
Birria is hard to find someone que la hace bien. Because birria is good.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I feel like people don't know how to make it.
I think I've never had barbacoa where I'm like, this is gross.
Oh, no. I have.
Really? You had bad barbacoa?
Yeah. But I've had more bad birria.
I feel you there. The only reason I don't like barbacoa sometimes is when they make it too fatty. Like, no le quitan enough of the fat.
I love that, bro.
You like the squishy, bro?
I love the fat.
It's a little
all the lard.
I'm just thinking about how it feels. No, like don't get me wrong. I mean, barbacoa is fatty as hell.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
But I guess you mean like excessive?
When it's excessive.
No, mi güey, que me tape las pinches venas, güey. I love that shit.
I don't know. I guess because I grew up like my mom.
¿Mi fresa? No.
You know, my parents, we used to live by this Supermercado Monterrey. And like every like Saturday or Sunday, they would want to get my dad always wanted barbacoa.
Those too.
So they would go there and they would sell it like by the pound or half pound, whatever you wanted. So like I always have memories of them buying it and then bringing it to the house. And then I could eat that like with flour tortilla or corn. Like I don't care as long as it's like a warm tortilla.
Yeah.
But have you had the tortillas at Monterrey?
Yeah, they're good.
They're pretty fucking good. So like right now I could just think like the barbacoa and that tortilla shitload of fucking lime and salt, and some salsa.
There's a place on, is it Decatur?
What?
The street. That also, it's a tortilleria, but they also sell like barbacoa.
Oh.
And the salsa there is really good because it's roja and like it's like spicy.
My favorite.
No, hombre, con la barbacoa y like con su cilantro, su cebolla. Tengo hambre, güey. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell.
I'm just hungry. But yeah, no, you're right. It's I pick barbacoa too. And last one, what's your most memorable and or proudest performance you've had and why? High school to now. Most memorable or proudest performance? I don't know.
I'll pick a high school one just because I haven't delved in those times in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was my last competition. It was on competition and they made it in Grand Prairie.
Oh, okay.
And I just liked it because I guess because I was graduating, they kind of gave me like a lot of stuff to do. So we did like some tema from some mariachi. I think it was Unidos America. And it has like a little harp thing. And we did a ranchera. And I played like the intro, like the whole first part, like I played it. It was just me and like un quinto guitarra golpe.
Oh, nice.
And at the end we played like La Morena. And I sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
And I popped the string, so I was like,
just the ganas. You're all like full maximum power. Yeah. Okay. Most memorable. I don't know. I don't know about proudest.
Just whatever comes to mind, bro.
Well, I guess proudest was more like I guess when we played with Heleros the first time at the game.
Was that Rangers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just say proudest just because like I told you my family did not grow up with mariachi. My family's never been a mariachi family. So that day my parents were at that game, and I grew up listening to Rieleros, not by choice. Like my parents would just listen to them and stuff. And like my dad doesn't like a whole lot of things. Like I always struggle with like Christmas because like he doesn't like teams. He doesn't like anything. Like, what do I buy? Something that doesn't want anything. You know? So I grew up listening to Los Rieleros. Like I said, not by choice, but like I started to like them when I got older and just like listening to their songs. And since that day, I happened to be playing with that same group, like I grew up watching or listening to. And then like afterwards, that concert, or that day they played with us during the game. Like it was a performance in game. So after that, Los Rieleros had like a free concert at Viva Texas, which is the venue right next door, or Texas Live, sorry. And they had a free concert. And since my parents were there, I was like, I want you guys to go so you guys can check them out. It's free. We just got to get you guys in there.
Yeah.
So they were at that game and they got to go to that concert. And my dad doesn't go out to anything, bro. Like he's the kind of guy that just stays in and like he'll drink with like his friends and they'll just hang out back there. But like this one, we kind of forced him to go. But I was like, it's because you're gonna like it. Like just go. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So he went to the game. He got to watch us play with them like at the game, and then he also got to watch the concert afterwards. And like that was like the one time that I got to see like my dad like enjoy a concert because that guy does not go to concert.
Yeah.
He was just standing there like watching the concert like. Bopping his head, I'm like, he likes this. You know, I was like, he likes what's going on.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Like that, I think that whole day was like a trippy thing because like I got to be part of something that they were into. My mom and my dad, like both of them.
Yeah.
And most memorable was obviously Shakira, dude. I don't know what the fuck I was doing there, bro.
Stop, bro.
No, I was just like playing
I
there.
think she's here.
Yeah, no, like it's because that was most memorable because it's like I told that to one of my students. I had to tell the students there, like to make them like I really be doing this. You know, I was like, yeah, I played with Shakira. And like, you play with Shakira? I was like, yeah, you know, it's whatever. But like, that was like what impressed them, like that I played with them. So I was like, I can always use that one. This like I played with her.
Okay.
So that was cool. That one's really memorable. And I got to do it at Global Life Field, which is like where the Rangers play.
For real? I'm thinking when you went to Houston. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that was
twice,
separate shot. 3 times actually.
Yeah. My bad.
Más humilde. No, but those were probably my most memorable. Yeah, for now. Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Anyway, we got to go because this is a long podcast again.
Bro.
We just keep doing this, right? Anyway, this has been episode 180. Hope that you guys have enjoyed. this episode. And remember to keep listening and showing your friends and people that you know, so that way this podcast keeps getting bigger, or at least maintains at this point. Yeah, but you got anything?
Yeah, cuídense, chambean, vayan a la escuela, be better, vayan. It's getting hotter, so váyanse.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right.
Todos los días, no manchen, chisquediondos. Yeah, you guys have a good day, night, weekend, week.
Bet.
Nos vemos.
All right. Like he said, ahí nos vemos.